Okay, good morning again. We are here to discuss and talk. Okay.
Okay.
So, today again, we'll continue from our previous discussion, and we discussed on Upekkha, yeah? Upekkha,
Equanimity.
equanimity. Mm. And in that equanimity, we also discuss a little bit on what is it and how it is in Buddhism. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyone wants to share something, anything on that? Any stories?
Sorry, I have story with Becca.
Mm.
Upekkha story.
Uh-huh.
And listen. I try to practice to listen. Oh, yeah. It comes. Okay. Many story. Come down. Come on. Coming. Many story coming.
Rescue.
ชุติยาโนชุติยาโน Oh, สวัสดีครับ How are you? Wait to for your story.
Okay. Anyone wants to say any stories?
What about story?
Achan Ittathamo was going to tell the story.
No.
I am actually not too sure because I haven't read the thing. But I was about this time, Lord Buddha, the Bodhisattva, was born as the only son to a king, and the queen started showing him a lot of attention. And one day, when the king came to the palace a bit drunk, usually the queen would come running to him, and paying him attention. But this time, because she loved her son so much, she had a back to the king, didn't even notice he was coming in. So the king got a bit jealous. He thought, oh, he's only a baby, and look what he's doing to me. Imagine when he grows older, what he will do to me and my throne. So I decided to have him killed, and he sent for the executioner. And when the executioner was coming to grab the bodhisattva, the mom started crying like, "Why are you doing to my baby?" And the Lord Buddha, now he said he remembered that he showed the same feeling towards his mom, who loved him so much, who was crying for his life, and towards the father who wanted to kill him, and the executioner who was gonna go chop his head off. He felt the same. He felt equanimity for all three of them. Not a very long story, sorry. But the other one I wanted to uh, I came up with was in the Brahmajala Sutta, when Lord Buddha was going from Rajagaha to Nalanda with a huge group of monks. Um, there was the wanderer, I think Sopaka or Supaka, and his student Brahmadatta. So Sopaka was complaining about the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, calling them names and all the things, while his student Brahmadatta was praising the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, talking about how great the Sangha, how great the Buddha is. So all the way from Rajagaha to Nalanda, these two were following the monks, and one was complaining, the other was praising. And one day when the monks were stopped, they started talking about how great the Buddha is, how this one guy is keeps blaming him, but his own student is praising the Buddha. And when the Buddha heard this, he sort of gave an admonishment saying, if someone is criticizing, someone is attacking the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, don't grow angry, don't get angry, don't react like that, because you won't be able to respond properly. You won't be able to understand exactly what's happening, what they're saying, and you won't be able to respond in a proper manner that's befitting. And likewise, if someone is praising, do not grow too overly happy and get carried away. This would also imbalance your mind. Instead, so Buddha was telling us to remain equanimous in the face of criticisms and praise. I found this quite inspiring because I think he's the only teacher who said something like this. Everywhere else, it's if someone criticizes, kill them. So the wisdom of the Buddha is in his equanimity and also his unattachment to views. So this is one of the stories that really inspired me. That's it.
Okay, so I mentioned that I will find something from a sutta. Okay, let me share the sutta from this one. Okay, so this is called Satyapanna Sutta from Digha Nikaya. Okay, it's a sutta number 21. And in the sutta number 20, this is a discussion between the king, the celestial beings, celestial beings. And here there is a section about the Vedana. And here in the section of the Vedana, Buddha is talking about the equanimity. Now this matter is need to find out where is it. So somewhere this is Sakapanna, I think equanimity here. Okay. So in the Sakapanna Sutta, Buddha is talking that equanimity of two sorts, to be pursued and to be not to be pursued. To be pursued or not to be pursued. Okay. And in terms of that, what is to be pursued and what is not to be pursued, the Buddha is talking about
On the top of
here. Okay, so here equanimity of two sorts, I tell you, to be pursued and not to be pursued. So one is to be pursued and the second one is not to be pursued. And thus was it said, and in reference to what was it said, when one knows of a feeling of equanimity, as I pursue this equanimity, unskillful mental qualities increase and skillful mental qualities decline. That sort of equanimity is not to be pursued. Okay, so this is the first one. This is the first one. Okay? And here, when it says a feeling, now we have to remember feeling here is talking about six senses. When six senses comes to contact with the six sense objects, that moment feelings arises. And when feelings arises, if mind is not in the state of equanimity, we will indulge in it, and that brings troubles. So that's why that is not to be pursued. Right? So this is basically not to, that is elimination of your action to the six senses that comes to contact with six sense objects. Okay, and the second one, when one knows of a feeling of equanimity as a pursuit. So when one knows of a feeling of equanimity as a pursuit, this equanimity, unskillful mental qualities decline and skillful mental qualities increase. So this is the second one. Okay, this sort of equanimity is to be pursued. This is. And then this sort of equanimity may be accompanied by direct thought and evaluation. Now this is further on. It's talking about the jhanas here. Before we going into jhanas, so the second one, the first one, if we are not mindful of our feelings, then we can't put our equanimity or can't develop kusalas, skillful mental qualities. หมายถึงกุศลกรรม But if we are mindful, then kusala kammas or skillful mental qualities will develop, but unskillful qualities will decline. Okay? And here, after that, is saying this sort of equanimity may be accompanied by direct thought and evaluation, or so direct thought and evaluation is ฌานที่หนึ่ง vitakka vichara, ฌานที่หนึ่ง or free of directed thought and evaluation, ฌานที่สอง the second jhana. So this is the first jhana, and then the second one is second jhana. So that sometimes while we are practicing in the first jhana, the feeling can be understood, and the second, sometimes second feeling can be understood. At that time, we can practice the equanimity. Okay, so this is from the Sakapana Sutta from Digha Nikaya. Now I will show you another one, another sutta from Majjhima Nikaya. From Majjhima Nikaya, Salayatana Vibhanga Sutra, 137. In Salayatana Vagga, Uparipannasaka. Yeah. And here, this is analysis of the six sense media. Okay. And in here, okay, let me. Okay. There's another one here. Okay. So here saying, what are the six kinds of a household equanimity? Yeah. Household equanimity. The equanimity that arises when a foolish, deluded person, a run-of-the-mill, untaught person who has not conquered his limitations or the result of action and who is blind to danger, sees a form with the eye. Such equanimity does not go beyond the form. which is why it is called household equanimity. Okay, so do you understand here? You understand? Anybody? Anyone wants to say on this?
So is it from not seeing the emptiness in the form or something, equanimity that does not come from wisdom?
Okay.
Just saying I don't.
Speak loud so they can hear as well.
I'm not sure. I don't know. Is it from not seeing the emptiness in what is seen, what is heard? Also not from seeing the way they are conditioned, how this arises out of conditioning, out of contact, um, and out of the conditioning between name and form and consciousness. So it's not from wisdom, but rather just forced. It's like I don't like this speech because I prefer apples, so like I don't want it because I prefer apples or something, rather than something goes beyond you. There is no satisfaction to be found in that peach, whether it is an apple or not.
Okay, so this is basically an untrained person. When one sees something, he's fully having just the one, and everything is just like a disregard. I don't care. I'm happy with what I know. So you are having upekkha for everything, but you are having only one that you are satisfied with.
So it's like being glued to the TV screen.
Yes.
Like if nothing else exists, but
Yeah.
you believe in the story so much.
Yeah. That's the whole world for you.
Yeah.
So that's how we will practice. That's what I call household equanimity. Yeah. So I am happy with what I have. I do not care anything else.
It reminds me of that sutta where Buddha is talking about a young horse who, when it's eating barley, just goes barley, 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 eating barley, 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 doesn't know what is going to happen next, doesn't know has to go for training, doesn't see anything else but the barley. But a thoroughbred horse knows exactly what's going on, everything around it, what's need to happen next, and all that. So it's not always like barley, barley, barley.
Okay.
That
So
means there is a ego in that too.
Not ego. It's like there's a Buddha said foolish.
Foolish.
Yeah, not ego. It's a foolish, and a moha chitta, a deluded person, moha, happy and a run of the mill on that, and a thinking.
That means, for example, at the Buddha's time, there was a ascetic called Sanchai, the teacher of the Sariputra and Mahamodkalyan.
Yeah. But here, Sanchaya, he knew that the Buddha found something better than him. Better than him. He chose not to. That's the difference.
And that's also one kind of foolish.
Yeah, that's a foolish. Yeah.
Everything is foolishness.
Oh, he not foolish. I think he great. He's a man. He think it's like a foolish person is stay with me. He need to have many property. I think he clever. He like many money, many respect. If we go to Buddha, he like a lay person. He say here is a leader.
Yeah. So that's why this one we have to go with this Sakkapanna Sutta.
Sakkapanna Sutta.
Early
Sakkapanna
on we,
Sutta. Sorry.
Uh-huh. I've copied here PowerPoint. So here, this is from Sakapanha. Yeah, two kinds of equanimity, and it's talking about skillful qualities develop and unskillful qualities develop. Yeah, and then this, the feeling. When you cultivate two unskillful qualities decline. Okay, and here it's talking about feeling. Yeah? When I sees object, there arises a feeling. Yeah? And here, that's why the first one is I sees object. And because of that seeing object, he thinks that's the whole, that's the end of the world. Yeah? I don't need anything. So that's why so he does not go beyond the form. He does not go beyond the form.
Could that also include when there is a lot of sukha from the primary object?
Yeah.
Or something. It's subtler though, right? But,
That is coming from second jhana. Yeah, that's the second jhana factor going on. Okay, and then this is for householders, and this is a renunciance. So what are the 6 kinds of renunciation equanimity? The equanimity that arises when experiencing the inconstancy of those very forms, their change, fading, and cessation. So understanding the impermanence of anything that we see, anything that we hear, anything that we test, anything that comes to contact with our body, and even the ideas, that is subject to change and fading away. Okay, so and that's the moment when you understand that, then there is another level of the Upekkha, equanimity. That's why it comes ditamattam. You see, only see. You hear, only hear. And here you see the change of it. So this is from Digha Nikaya and Majjhima Nikaya. And similar similes, similar stories you can find in Salayatana Samyukta as well, which we don't have to go that deeper.
Even equanimity.
And can you explain a little bit longer with the example in these 2 points?
The first one, when you are watching a television, as Tantita Dhammo said, you're watching only television and you're happy. And then the rest of other things, you do not regard it's there. So you have Upekkha for everything outside, anything. Doesn't matter how delicious food is on the table, you will not think about it. You will say, it's okay.
The wife is shouting at you.
Like that. So just having a one and happy with that one, and thinking that this is the world for me. Like someone who nowadays someone watching a football player. So this is football going on, and people will have a Upekkha everything. Upekkha to everything, and only thinking of, oh, I have to watch this football. So that is the first one. That's why it's called a household equanimity. And you're happy with what you think is, and the rest don't care. Upekkha. And the second one is you have been practicing meditation, and you have understood that whatever you see, whatever you hear, whatever you are testing and think, that is subject to change. And with that, you are not attached to it. So rather just see it as seeing, rather than taking it on board, or this is the one. And this is a little harder one. And there is another simile for the first one. Is I heard someone was driving a motorbike, and he just came back from 10 days meditation retreat, and he was told to be mindful of his every action. And then he was so conscious while he was driving this motorbike, he conscious about his hand on a clutch, foot on the what's called changing the gears, okay, and he was paying attention to all the sensations, what's happening in his body, but he forgot where he is going to. So he, rather than going to the city, went somewhere else. And that is the first one. So you have Upekkha for everything. And that is not the right Upekkha. So it's from this two Sakapanna Digha Nikaya, okay, 21. Digha Nikaya 21. Yeah. And this is 137, 37, 36. Okay. Okay. So that what we were talking last time is the worldly and Dhamma. Okay. And now we can see according to the Dhamma way from the Sakapanna Sutta, anything that helps that one's how to say, cultivate of that equanimity, and then helping towards gaining the skillful mental state, then that is okay. So basically any kusala dhamma arises, then okay. And then further on, coming to the first and a second jhana. So where is it?
So, seeing the example of the guy watching TV, what if kusala dhammas arise from that? Like in the first case of a Puthajjana's equanimity, as described in the Salayatana Vibhanga Sutta. If that sort of equanimity leads to kusala dhammas, or can it not?
No, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So, okay. Now this is again. Now when we look at the different types of Upekkha, there is Upekkha Vedana, yeah, and this Upekkha again comes in the 4 Brahma Vihara, and this is for the Anagami and Anagami attainment. The one who has attained the Anagami will able to practice this Upekkha properly.
Oh, yes, the highest form.
Yeah. And then Bojjhanga, in the Bojjhanga Samyukta, this is the path that helping to be enlightened, the Arhat. And this is also comes similar, the same jnana in the Solasa jnana, there's Upekkha jnana, Sankhara Upekkha jnana. So this is a jnana 8. And this is the Arhat attainment, and seeing everything is anatta. So with that, you have a very higher level of equanimity there. And so it's a non-stop mental state of equanimity. And this non-stop mental state of equanimity is again in line with this one. The second one. Okay. So whatever you see, hear, smell, touch, and then ideas. The one arhat. Once you have attained the arhat, then always equanimity. There is only action. That's why the arhat's action is just the action, hasn't got the reaction. Okay, so that is Upekkha jnana. So this is the state. Further on, there's another four. It's another three. So Upekkha sukha, and then Upekkindriya and Upekhopa vichara. Upekkha sukha, equanimous happiness. Happiness accompanied by a high degree of equanimity. So this is coming from the four jhanas upward. Okay? A moment, so third jhanas, a moment when you have attained, you have left the piti, so you are in a state of a sukha and upekha. You are having that. That's why I call upekha sukha. Yeah? Okay, and then the another one upekindriya. So this is in Vedana, five Vedanas. Do you know what are the five Vedanas? Anyone? What are the five Vedana? What are five Vedana? Five types of feelings.
Sukha, Dukkha.
Okay, Sukha and Dukkha.
What is neutral?
Adukkama Sukha. Adukkama Sukha. And then what else?
Thomanat.
Domanassa. And then
Upekkha.
Somanassa.
Thomanat.
Somanassa. Yeah. So here Upekindriya is coming from Adukkama Sukha Vedana. So this is the Upekha. It reminds me going back to the, okay, I will share again. What are we sharing?
This one, right? No?
Yeah, okay. Okay, Salayatana. So this is, let's check again. No, this is not Salayatana. Salayatana. I need.
Faculty.
Wait a minute. I need this.
Faculty.
Satyapanna Sutta. Here.
Indifference.
Now, equanimity. Okay, here. Feeling of joy. So this is Sukha and Domanassa. Pursue that unskilled feeling of joy. Is it the right translation? Joy, maybe, yes. Okay.
It's a Somanassa.
Yeah, so Somanassa in a Sakkapan Sutta, it's saying joy is of two sorts. Yeah? So the somanasa is also divided into two. And then one is to be pursued, and the second one is not to be pursued. ควรเสพและไม่ควรเสพนะอันเนี้ย to be pursued คือควรเสพ not to be pursued ไม่ควรเสพนะ thus was it said, and in reference to what was it said, when one knows of a feeling of joy, as I pursue this joy, unskillful mental qualities increase. And skillful mental qualities decline. That sort of a joy is not to be pursued. So sometimes people say, I am doing this, so I feel happy. But if that happiness is bringing unskillful mental qualities, akusala dhamma arises, then that should be eliminated. Should not be pursued. ควรไม่ควรเสพ And one knows of a feeling of a joy, as I pursue this joy, unskillful mental qualities decline. Unskillful mental qualities decline, and skillful mental qualities increases. That sort of joy is to be pursued. So any joy that arises, and that joy brings kusala dhammas to arise, then that should be pursued. Okay, and this joy sometimes, because you are thinking, so this is called accompanied by direct thought and evaluation. So sometimes you are thinking of that joy, and feeling of that, and investigating of it, and that is known as the skillful joy that brings the kusala dhammas. And sometimes it can be free. And here when we talk about it can be free from this direct thought and evaluation, is you already attain the piti sukha. So it's you are in the second jhanas onward. So third jhana. Okay, so this is needs to be understand here. Joy, and the same with the domanassa, grief. Now here translation is grief. So grief is also similar, to be pursued and not to be pursued. And then so when one knows of a feeling of grief, as I pursue this grief, unskillful mental qualities increase and skillful mental qualities decline. That sort of a grief is not to be pursued.
So that doesn't make sense to me.
Which one? Which one? One who knows of a feeling of a grief, as I pursue this grief, unskillful mental qualities decline and skillful mental qualities increase. That sort of a grief to be pursued.
The directed thought and evaluation. That does one feel grief in jhana?
So this is a directed thought. You are thinking about the grief.
Okay.
So this is, you're thinking about it.
Whereas that is more of a bare awareness of grief, like free of directed thought and evaluation.
So this is general, and this is in the first jhana, and this is another one is the second jhana.
Okay.
In that state. So that's why it's coming from a feeling. Okay. So this is a domanassa. But we are not going into this one. We are going into the equanimity one.
Okay.
Yeah, we are talking about the equanimity one.
Dukkha.
Yeah, and that is adukkama sukha vedana from Upekkindriya. Right? So this is from Upekkindriya. Here. I will just put the reference here. Diga Nikaya 21. Okay. And here Upekhupa Vichara, indulging in difference, also known as Monopavichara. What do you think of that? And this is here. This is a very deeper one. Okay. Monopavichara or mental indulging. And this is also known as Upekhupa Vichara. Okay. Here it's talking about 18 ways of indulging. 6 ways in gladness, 6 ways in sorrow, and 6 ways in difference. Okay, and we are not talking about again here this one. We are talking about this one. Okay, 6 in difference, Upekkha, practicing. And this, you know what? And this is coming from 6 senses. 18th way of indulging element. ธาตุ18 18 elements. Okay. So 6
This is from Abhidhamma.
yeah. Okay, these 6 senses. And this 6 senses again divides into 3. Into 3. Becomes 18.
Oh, yes. A big list.
18 here, yeah, 6 sense, the past, 3 here, past, future,
Oh,
yeah.
and
Gandharamanam.
yeah, and then present. So altogether that becomes 18. So you're indulging in.
Atitaramanam. Nagataram.
So here, oh, can you give me any example of you stay away from things that you think you want to do and you didn't, and then you enjoy until now? That's coming from past to present.
Oh, so I'm not doing my masters. I'm still enjoying it.
Okay, so that is so Upekkha is you're indulging that Upekkha. Okay, so that is, so you enjoyed in the past of not doing that, and you're indulged in that and I'm feeling happy, and you're still feeling happy, and you are still feeling happy, so you're indulging in that. The same with sometimes people in the happy with their food, one type of a food, and then they're always in that, and then whatever other foods may be very delicious will say, no, I like that one. I like another one which I have tasted before. Yeah, so you're indulging in the past, and you're indulging now, and you will be indulging in the future on that too.
Is that gladness though? Is that gladness in equanimity? Very
No,
hard.
I mean, you are happy with that one, but the rest you are
Yeah.
equanimous with other things.
I see. I see.
So that's what.
Yeah, that's true. When you try to when you bring up that past delicious meal, everything else compared to that seems
Yeah.
neutral or bland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Mm.
So this is the 18 types of Serenity 18. Yeah, 18 types of upekkhas you can practice.
And the future as well. Like if you think about a perfect future, you feel economist about the present. Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. So it's upekha.
Mm.
It's not a simple subject.
No.
Complicated topic.
Complicated topic. Difficult topic. Difficult to understand. Um, and this that's why when we the more we go into it, the Majjhima Patipada becomes more clearer and clearer.
Mm. It's like an exact formula, right?
Yeah. So when you are taking one and then leaving the rest of others and practicing upekha for others, one is just another extreme. Yeah, and when you realize that I am having an attachment to this extreme, that moment, if you realize it, then you can drop it. So the Majjhima Patipada becomes more clearer.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like same with weaves, right?
Yeah. So this is Upekkha.
But if you try to teach this to someone who's just starting out, they'll go crazy. It's like there's too much to.
It's very deep one.
Yeah. It's not easy. It's not easy one to understand.
It's like see the one in the Attaka when Buddha's talking about weaves. It's like it's sort of this same hinting as well when it comes to the Tathagata does not stand on or does not um, grasp at the proclivity to stand on certain wheels, like that this is this and nothing else, like that. Very, very complex.
That's why Buddha invited everyone to question even his teaching.
But people don't like that because the commentaries say for Kalama Sutta and Chanki, it doesn't include what the Buddha is teaching, right?
No, it shouldn't be that way.
Because that Buddha is much more of a nuanced thinker than that.
Yeah.
Who knows though? I don't know. I mean, there is a point in thinking like that because that might destroy the faith in certain people. Like I guess when you start off,
Yeah.
it's like the raft, like need to hold on to it until until I don't know.
But the Buddha, before he entered the parinibbana, he asked everyone to question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone has got any story to tell?
Yes,
Okay.
and I have one story.
Okay, go on.
Actually, I have one sutta before telling the story, Ajahn, about the Upekkha.
Okay.
Actually, I remember one of the sutta. It's that this sutta was told by the Lord Buddha to one of his disciples that I don't see any blame on the Upekkha. Uh, I cannot translate into the English exactly. In Thai, it's just like may Achan translate into English once again. พระพุทธเจ้าท่านตรัสว่าพระองค์เนี่ยไม่เห็นโทษของอุเบกขาเลยนอกเสียจากว่ามันดับไปได้
Oh, okay. I have to translate it. There is no fault or decline in the practice of Upekkha unless you have attained the enlightenment.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, okay, now go on.
Uh, today's story is from Sutanta Pitaka,
Yeah,
Vimana Watu. Uh, Actually, this story happened during the time of the Lord Buddha. Lord Buddha was sitting in the temple called the Jetavana, which was built by the Anathapindika richer man and richest man at that time. And what happened was at that time there was a monk called Mahamod Kalyan, the right left hand side of the Lord Buddha. He was uh, very great in the supernatural power, Agrasauka in the spirit, spiritual powers. And then what happened was he want to visit in the heaven land. So he came in front of the Lord Buddha and requested and take a permission to go to the heaven land. So it just very fast. As for example, when we bend our hand like this, it take only a few minutes. Within a few minutes, he disappeared from that place and reached to the heaven land called the Tritings Develop, second layer of the heaven. And then when he reached to the second layer of the heaven, he saw a very beautiful Vimana. It means the house of the deities, uh, and it was decorated by the very beautiful diamonds, flowers, etc. And it is very high, very the Vimana is very high. It's about a 15 yojana. That means one yojana equals to 16 kilometers. So just decided how tall was that Vimana. And there were about 500 fairies which used to serve that deity, the owner of that Vimana. And exactly the owner of that Vimana is a female deity. And then when uh, Mahamod Kalyana asks to that female deity that when you are a person in the world, what kinds of good deeds you have done, and you have get these divine treasure like Vimana and these all the 500 fairies. And then she told that when I was a person in the world, uh, I have practiced the moral life, five precepts, and because of that, when I died, I got these kinds of divine treasure, Vimana, and all these things. And when he asked, he went to the another place, and there was also the another beautiful Vimana and lots of fairy, maybe 1,000 fairy, and the owner was the female too. And then this was different than the first one. Actually, this deity, female deity, have a light, very brightest light coming out from her body. And so the Mahamod Kalyana asked to her that what kinds of good deeds you have done in the past life when you were a person in the world. And then she replied that when I was a person in the world, I was a female, and at that time there was no electricity. And then I used to donate the candles for the monks and the other person who used to walk at the night time. And because of that donation, because of that generosity, when I died, I became as a deity in this heaven land, and I have got lots of uh, lots of treasure, divine power. And then again, the Mahamod Kalyana went to the another place and saw a very uh, bigger Vimana, and there was one girl, deity, female deity, and lots of her followers, just like a fairy. And then actually, this Vimana was made with the gold, not a simple one. And then Mahamod Kalyana asked to that female deities that what kinds of good deeds you have done in the past. And then she replied that actually I born I born on the time of the Lord Kassapa Buddha. And at that time I was very poor. I was born as a slave, and I used to serve to my boss. And actually my boss is very angry man. He used to give a lots of work to me, and I do my work as best I can. Even though my boss is very angry with my work, and he used to scold me, beat me, and when sometimes he beat me, scold me, I was very angry too. I got very angry too. She replied that to the Mahamod Kalyan, and then she said that, and when I get angry to my boss, and then I realized that I am I am getting angry with my boss, and I used to teach myself to not angry with my boss, and I became patient, and I use the virtues that I can overcome that anger, and I put my my emotion in the equanimity. Because of that action, when I died from that life, and then I born as a female deity in this land, heaven land. Actually, this was the main story that I was going to tell about because it is related to the topic we are talking about. And actually, there was lots of the Vimana story in this part that the Mahamod Kalyana visited to the heaven land, and then he went to the many other Vimanas too, and lots of deities told that I have given only the one fruit to the one monk, just like the apple, banana, grapes. And even though after that life, uh, lots of deities come to the heaven land, and then the Mahamod Kalyana went back to the Jetwan temple and met the Lord Buddha and asked to the Lord Buddha that is that possible that any some person do only the little punya, little good deeds, and because of that deeds they become a deities in the heaven land. And then Lord Buddha's replied that you have already seen, and why are you asking with me? Hmm. And then actually this was the story, and then you can see that even the slavery, the woman who was born as a slave at that time in the Kasyapa Buddha time, and then uh, her boss was very angry man. Even she have done her work, and then even though her boss was very angry with her, sometimes scolding and beating, hitting her, and then even though she was able to overcome those emotions when she get angry with her boss, and then she put her mind in the equanimous passion and can overcome that situation. So because of that she born to the human land. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your story.
Thank you very
Ajahn
much.
Kwan, do you have a story? Achan
Sorry.
Khan, can you tell us a story about when the Vidudaba tried to invade and kill Sakyans, and Buddha went 3 times, and last time Buddha say, okay, I can't help anymore, and left. Can you tell the story?
Oh, it's a long story.
You
I don't
can
have
try,
no words.
you can try explain as much you can.
Let me can. It's a story, and maybe I forgot it. Yeah.
เรื่อง
Oh,
ที่
okay.
ท่าน
เข้าใจครับ I understand.
โอเค
สักยะ family King สักยะ family and สักยะ family กับวิทูทพะ another family is what's his name Royal อาจารย์สักยะกับ
Pasena.
Pasena Dikoso.
เปอร์เซ็นต์ที่โกศลนะ
Okay.
Yes เปอร์เซ็นต์ที่โกศล he want to be a partner of the สักยะ royal family but สักยะ family he sent Soviet
Slave.
left เหรอครับ
Slave.
Left.
Slave.
slave okay left slave lady to the
Slave
เปอร์เซ็นต์
girl.
ที่โกศล
Slave girl.
girl ไม่ลง lady girl นะ slave girl to the เปอร์เซ็นต์ที่โกศลroyal family but he don't like เปอร์เซ็นต์ที่โกศล family he don't like because he is a poor or is something else I don't know in the family เปอร์เซ็นต์ที่โกศล he love is a slave girl like he think is royal family but he not he's never
He thinks she was a prince.
he think he wants princess yes but he not he don't know before โอ้ยก็ร้องเรื่องยาวนะอาจารย์นะเนี่ย เรื่องยาวนะ okay so when he go in เปอร์เซ็นต์ที่โกศลroyal family he have one son มีเปอร์เซ็นต์ที่ king of เปอร์เซ็นต์ที่โกศลhe asked her mother where your family mother I don't see your mother family before mother he asked my we family is so far away from here he don't want to her son know is so well with her family because her servant girl is not princess นะวิทุตภะ when he younger he older
Become young.
become younger he want to go to the visit her his mother family สักยะ family he move he go alone he don't know is is a servant his servant son he go in the Sakaya town in Sakaya town many children is the same age he know his servant son he not want to visit him not want to talk with him he asked us I go to outside in the palace when he go when we to the park go to the temple no temple is palace he saw many person but he is so older when he see some person, he like respect many person. He don't know why the same my age and no have in here and younger for me no have is here. He don't know before. When he sit, he sit under on the floor. When he back, he goodbye and say back. Maybe I come back again when I be the king. When he come back, just minute. Two soldier, he forgot the weapon. He come back to take something. He the soldier of Vitulapa here so when
Sol,
so when
servant.
he clean so when
Hmm.
so when he clean the wood when the Vitulapa he sit like this. Oh, this wood is a sovereign of เปอร์เซ็นต์ที่ go สวนสัน is it I I I clean with the milk two soldier he here like this he go to gossip with all soldier when we to the park here like this oh it's not me I'm not king loyal I'm sovereign person but my mother is sovereign. He think if I go to the king, I will clean this wood by your blood of Vitulapa, Sakaya family loyal. Like this?
Yeah. Understand.
I know you know sorry you will understand. If some person, some people don't hear before, maybe you understand, don't understand. Yeah. That's it. When he come back to the
Also.
Pacific Coast country, many person know here Sloven person is not a king family lawyer. The father is the king. He take off his position from prince to the normal person, and he said he go, the Pacific Coast he go to visit the Buddha. Why Sakya loyal lie me and send Sloven go to me. I make him to a queen. Why he do like this? Buddha he said, you know, the mother or father who is a friend better more than mother is not the no famous, but the father is a famous more. What you think about that? You are the king. You don't worry about is your wife because you are a king. The king have the big power. You don't worry about that. When Masenti goes on, he understand like this. It's true. It's my blood is a framer and have most power more than my wife. Okay, I don't worry about that. He go back to the palace and return to position to Vitulapa. When Vitulapa global, he to be a king in the Presenti family loyal. He have แค้นนี่คืออะไรอาจารย์ ความแค้นครับความแค้น he keep
resentment.
resentment He have resentment. He take resentment in mind a long time ago. It's now he be king. He will go to kill Sakayaputta family loyal when he
Royal
give
family
promise.
ต้องบอกว่า royal family
Loyal family. Sakaya loyal family. He take a promise in your mind. This day he know he's Sloven person, not king family. He take many soldier to Sakaya Putta royal family. You want to know who นะ Sakaya Putta royal family. He will kill everybody. But if some it's almost Sakaya royal family. He don't lie because he control his percept is good. When the king Vitudapa asks who what your name family, many people he said Sakaya royal family. He kill. Somebody he kill Sakaya like a glass, like a store glass. He don't kill. He like เลี่ยงไงครับเลี่ยงคำพูดพูดไงครับเลี่ยงคำพูด
divert
ไม่โกหกแต่ว่าเลี่ยงฮะ
deceive ก็ได้
deceive when he asks he answer deceive like I'm Sakaya glass Sakaya rice song like this. He don't kill. When he kill many Sakaya Put royal family, he be happy. He be back to the Basenti country. Between way, some soldier sleep on the sand near the river. Some soldier sleep on the top. Yes, in the midnight. And he come to to hit somebody soldier in the sand is near river. He replaced place to sleep in the midnight. The rain falls so much, too much. The water is full. Soldier lay on in the sand. He dead on, but soldier is sleep on the top is no problem because it's Americama is the last life. Like this. I can't remember like this.
Okay, good.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. This is how we learn. The more you speak, gradually you will know how to tell a story. That's why I encourage you to tell a story. So you know stories in Thai. Now you're trying to make sense in English. So you will work hard.
Yeah, I know before. I think words in my mind. I just know like this. I have story with 3 person.
Okay.
You have time to listen.
Yes, yeah. Go on.
Okay. Okay. When you stay in the medium ocean, or when you stay in the air, when you stay in between is the mountain, you cannot escape for gamma faculty person here like this. The first story. Yeah. After, before, after. Or after Lent day. Group of monks want to visit the Buddha. He moved another country to see the Buddha in Chetawan. Between way, he have visit. It's a cool water. Maybe visit between อะไรเดี๋ยว
Sail boat.
visit and talking with together. Right. He see the crow. เห็นไหมอาจารย์ crow นะอีกา
Crow.
crow
Crow.
crow ไม่ใช่ crow 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 he see the crow he's go he have rice rice stall like a wind wind to be stall rice stall like a tie twice to tie the neck of crow is down into the fire. When the many monks he saw, oh, what happened? Why the crow fly on the air? Why have the down on the fire? He don't know. He talking about you know many monks don't know. It's a sinful crow. Maybe make something not good. I don't know. Maybe I will ask to the Buddha. This one person he keep in your mind. And the second group of monks he to visit the Buddha same to another place. He passed a village. When he stay this village he asked the person who in the village, where you have a rest place for us to sleep last night. Many person he should he show, oh, this cave you can for you to visit inside 7 person. Maybe you can live inside the cave. Okay, many 7 months go in the cave and sleep at night. Between he sleep in the midnight, the big stone he moved to close the gate in the cave. In the morning, many people oh, what happened? 7 months inside. He can help to push to put the stone.
Yeah.
To move the stone.
Open the gate. Open the door of cave.
No, cave. He want you to move the move stone in the gate because the stone he moved to close. He got the door and the way from out. He called many people is around the village. Maybe three villages come to help to move, but he cannot move until 7 days pass. The stone can move on self. Nobody to help to push it, the stone, but he moved already. When 7 months come outside from the cave, from the cave, we ask together, why? What happened to me? To us? I don't know. I will ask the Buddha. And the third group, Buddha, he come to see Buddha by the boat in the ocean. When the boat go to between on the ocean, in the middle ocean. The boat can stop, don't move forward and backward. He cannot move. Captain, he don't know. Oh, what happened? Maybe some person in the sinful person in here my boat. You may be the lot of for sinful person and throw him on the ocean. ผมพูดไงอาจารย์
Yeah, throw on the ocean. Yeah.
Overboard.
Throw on the ocean. Maybe the boat can forward. ใช่ไหมครับ
Yeah. Throw over. Yeah.
Throw him overboard.
Yeah. Throw him
Again?
over a boat.
Overboard.
Over a boat.
Overboard. Yeah.
Boat. Throw him on the boat.
I think we have to say that throw her from the boat to the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Throw her boat in the ocean.
Yeah.
ก็คือผู้หญิงคนนั้นนี่โดนทิ้งจากเรือใช่ไหมครับ
ยังไม่รู้ตอนนี้ยังไม่รู้เป็นใครแต่กำลังจับฉลากอยู่ยังไม่รู้เป็นผู้หญิงหรือผู้ชายกำลังจับฉลากอยู่ยังไม่รู้ใช่ไหมแต่ยังไม่รู้เป็นผู้หญิงเลยจับโยนเลยเฉยยังไม่ถึงตอนท่านอ่านเรื่องมาแล้วท่านก็รู้เลยใช่ไหมเป็นผู้หญิงใช่ไหมผมเล่ายังไม่ถึงตอนผู้หญิงเลยเนี่ยแค่จับ
โอเคครับ
ใช่ไหม as if sinful person you don't know who the first draw lost the first wife of the captain he can take the wrong. Captain he called. Oh, maybe it's wrong. Maybe again. Many person. Okay, again. It's wife of captain. It maybe it's not. Second time, she draw again. Until third time he draw like this 3 times. Oh, everybody say certain. Oh, this sure you are sinful person is your wife, your captain wife. Yes. Captain, you think if you want to throw my wife into the ocean, you can take off rope and many things. I don't want to hear the sound of him. You tie off the rope with her body and bucket of sand and throw in the water. I don't want to see her. Help me. But everybody make like this and throw the bucket of sand in the ocean and one place tie of rope and one place in the tie of in the neck of wife of captain like this throw in the ocean. Many monks see like that. Oh, what happened is this sinful girl. I don't know his last life he doing. Have you asked to the Buddha, the three cook? When the three cook visit in the Sherawan, the first cook he asked Buddha. He told tell เล่าครับอาจารย์เล่าเรื่องครับ tell story
Told the story.
Told story when he saw before between waves. Buddha asked Buddha speaking this is called crow ต่อไปออกมา crow the crow before this life here's cowboy he have one cow he want to train the cow the cow have tie in the pole he hit to wake up cow he wake up and walking didn't but the cow is sleep again he try to practice cow he cannot cannot to work. He think when you want to sleep, you will sleep forever. He he correct he correct many rice stone to cover a cow and give a fire. These are the
Crow?
sin.
Crow.
Yes, crow. Crow.
Crow.
Yes. In the sinful he make before is called they call do like this before. And the second story in the cave, in the 7 months in the cave, because your last life you are this cowboy เด็กเลี้ยงวัวเรียกว่าไงอาจารย์ cowboy
นะ
cow hair นะเด็กเลี้ยงวัวครับคนเลี้ยงวัวครับ cowboy หรือว่า cow hair
cow herd
cow herd เหรอเอา cow herd เอาไม่ใช่ cowboy เหมือนอเมริกาหรอกคนละแบบกันครับ
Cowboy.
cowboy ก็ได้ cowboy ก็ได้
Only in America.
อ๋อแต่ต้องตลกว่า cow herd ใช่ไหมครับ
cow herd คือถูกต้อง
นะครับอาจารย์
cow herd
cow herd เหรออ๋อ cow herd อีก cow herd อย่างนี้สุดที่เจ็ดจัดโดสวาย he's a cowboy. For some one day he carry a cow in the field. He see termite cave. He saw walrus saw water. He want to hunt this walrus water. He escaped in the termite cave. Yeah. And he and seven boys he cook he put in the soul, put in the way, keep one slaughter cannot out from termite cave. He think, oh, the baby I come back, I will take you back home. Until 7 days pass, he come back the same place again. He remember, oh, we put soul on the way from the way termite cave. I put soul in the gate, in the gate. When he remember, he can could ให้อาจารย์ดิก
dig
he dig, yeah, he dig gate for walnut slaughter. When slaughter come out, he slowly to walk and vibrant body, because he don't worry about his life. He don't know he will die today. When many seven cow herd here, oh, he's stalking the head of slaughter. Oh, you can go to safety, you can be happiness. Yeah. And one slaughter is go to happiness. You don't kill slaughter. This the last life 7 months he make before. And the last one story, like a wife of captain. He beautiful girl, but he have one dog. He have one dog. The one dog when the one dog he go with the girl everywhere. When he go to wash the rope, go to the river, go to carry the water. Many people ask he like this. No, the hunting go with the dog. The hunting go with the dog. He so shy. He don't like to want the dog to go with her. He think how I do it. He take a bucket of sand and with the rope he go to in the river and to tie one corner with rope and call the dog come. Oh, come on, my dog. The dog he hear uh, the Swiss calling from the girl. He come and she tie a rope with the neck of the dog and throw the bucket of sand into the water. When the bucket of the water of sand into the river, the dog is a follow in the bucket into the water, and then Buddha is said, everybody born many times and dead many times. Every person behind you, maybe your relationship, maybe your wife, maybe your husband, maybe your father and your mother is around you. Like this dog. This dog is a husband, the girl, the last life. When he born again, he go to born to a dog. He want to beside the girl because he have relationship before like this. These three story. Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing all three stories. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, so good. Same way, next on Monday, prepare one story to tell as well. Okay.
This story I don't like to share.
Think about we are practicing. Okay.
Yes,
Practice.
practice it. Yes. Thank you so much.
And then you prepare the stories. Okay.
Yes,
So unfortunately, we have to stop here for today, and we'll
yes.
come back on Monday with the last section on Brahma Vihara. Okay, so with this, we end here. Thank you, and see you on Monday.
Satu.
Yeah, everybody. Thank you อาจารย์ครับทุกคนครับ
See you on Monday.